You ever hear a story so insane you stop mid-scroll, blink twice, and think, yeah, medieval people were definitely built different? Well, today we're diving into one of the most bizarre executions in history. The kind that didn't just punish a man, it paralyzed an entire kingdom with fear. No heroic last stand, no quick sword swing, just slow, creeping dread. The type that keeps kings awake at night. And because history is wild, we're not stopping at one. We're covering 3 moments when rulers got creative, and everyone else learned the hard way that crossing the wrong person could end very, very strangely. Let's begin. Ancient Persia, around the 5th century BCE. The sun burns over endless marshlands, reeds sway in the wind, and in the middle of this swamp lies a strange wooden structure that looks more like a bizarre boat than a prison. Inside it, a man whose name history barely remembered, but whose fate became a legend: Mithridates. Mithridates wasn't a nobody. He was a high-ranking officer who made one mistake. He bragged about killing a powerful general, taking credit meant for the Persian king's favorite warrior. Not smart. And King Artaxerxes didn't just want punishment, he wanted a message, something unforgettable, something that whispered through palace halls and echoed across borders. So, he ordered a punishment so strange, so horrifying in concept, that no one dared challenge him again. The man was secured between 2 wooden shells, arms, legs, and head sticking out, unable to move. Food was forced into him daily. Not mercy, torment disguised as care. The marsh insects gathered. Time passed. The air thickened. And slowly, painfully, Mithridates faded. We're not going into the details, trust me, it's better that way. But let's just say this: no sword, no fire, just nature, time, and fear doing the work. Travelers whispered his story for decades. Soldiers lowered their voices when they spoke his name, and across Persia, anyone dreaming of rebellion thought twice. One man's bizarre death became an empire-wide warning. And somewhere, King Artaxerxes probably sat on his throne thinking, next time, just say thank you and walk away. Jump forward to ancient Sicily, the Greek city of Agrigentum. It's a warm afternoon. Marble glows under the Mediterranean sun. Merchants shout, soldiers patrol, and in the grand palace sits Phalaris, a tyrant famous for having exactly 2 hobbies: ruling with fear and coming up with very questionable ideas. Enter Perillus, a proud inventor. He strides into court and presents a shining bronze statue, a bull, smooth, polished, incredibly lifelike. He explains, "Your enemies, O mighty ruler, will be placed inside, a fire below, and the design makes it sound like they are screaming from the animal's mouth, a masterpiece of justice." Buddy, read the room. Phalaris stares at the gleaming bull, slowly smiles. A chill passes through the court. It's innovative, terrifying, perfect for a tyrant. Except, surprise plot twist, Phalaris decides to test the invention on its creator. The court watches as the brilliant inventor suddenly realizes he has invented his own punishment device. And while we won't dwell on details, just imagine the entire kingdom realizing if even the guy who brought a gift got punished like this, What chance did a rebel have? Eventually, when Phalaris himself was overthrown, the new rulers returned the favor. Poetic justice, ancient Greek style. No kingdom forgets a ruler who turns innovation into nightmare fuel, and no one in Agrigentum ever looked at a bronze statue the same way again. Now we travel to 14th century France, to the curious fate of King Charles II of Navarre, also known as Charles the Bad. When history gives you a nickname like that, you know things went downhill fast. Charles was cunning, ambitious, and constantly scheming against literally everyone: France, England, his own allies, his own enemies. Basically, if there was drama, he was there stirring the pot. Eventually, karma called. After falling seriously ill, his doctors suggested a strange medical treatment, the medieval solution to everything. Wrap him tightly in cloth soaked in brandy. Now here's where it gets, ironically, medieval. Late night, a servant went to seal the cloth by cutting the thread. No scissors, no knife. So, as one does in medieval Europe, she reached for the nearest candle flame to burn the thread. A spark jumps. The alcohol-soaked cloth catches fire. And the king who once terrorized nobles and played kingdoms like chess suddenly faced the most bizarre royal end imaginable. In the following days, everyone whispered, "If even a king can go like that, what hope do we have?" Fear spread. Nobles behaved very carefully around candles for a while. Why these stories mattered. Across eras and empires, these three moments had one thing in common. They didn't just kill a person. They sent a shockwave through society. These weren't punishments, they were performances, lessons, propaganda, psychological warfare before the term even existed. No battlefield needed, just creativity, cruelty, and a message. Cross me, and history will remember what happens next. And trust me, it worked. Empires stayed quiet. Rebellions died in whispers. Fear became a tool sharper than any sword. And at the end of the day, rulers knew one simple truth. You don't need to execute many people. Just do it once in a way nobody ever forgets. And trust me, history never did.